Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Interview: Potential Steelers first-round pick Wr. Matthew Golden talks what separates him from everyone else. Although this year's wide receiver class isn't considered as strong as previous years, the talent at the top is appealing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, according to their interest in the position group at the NFL Combine. GM Omar Khan mentioned that improving the WR core this offseason is a priority for the team, meaning they will likely invest in the position via free agency and the 2025 NFL Draft. One name Pittsburgh could consider earlier in the draft is Texas Wr. Matthew Golden, who mentioned that he had a formal interview with the Steelers at the NFL Combine. Matthew Golden had a strong 2024 season at Texas, posting a career-best 58 receptions for 987 yards and 9 touchdowns. Golden nearly doubled his previous career high in receiving yards as a junior, and he credits that to biding his time and being ready when his number was called. "It was just the ball finding me at the right time," Golden told the media. "Staying consistent and keeping my head down until my opportunity was granted to me. I tried to do my best to contribute to the team when the ball wasn't finding me." When you look at Matthew Golden's tape, you see a well-rounded receiver who emphasizes his route running and can make splash plays down the field in the passing game. He's a big play threat who can take the top off the defense with verified 4.29 speed, but he can also make plays above the rim as a contested catch specialist for only standing 191 pounds. "I would say my route running and the catch point for me," Golden said regarding his skill set at the NFL Combine. "Being able to attack the ball wherever the ball is and being able to play inside and outside." While being a smaller receiver, Matthew Golden plays much bigger than his listed size suggests and has the experience of lining up out wide as well as in the slot. He closely resembles other smaller receivers who dominated in the league, including Greg Jennings and former Steeler Santonio Holmes, and has the chance to be lightning in a bottle for an offense. When asked about what separates him from other receivers in this draft class, Golden mentioned his mental acumen for the game and how he combines the mental and physical on the field to make plays. "Just understanding the game all around," Golden said. "Seeing what defense they're in and how the corner is going to play. Being able to run your routes full speed with tempo and just be on point with the quarterback." Matthew Golden is projected to go somewhere on day 1 or early on day 2 of the 2025 NFL Draft, meaning that Pittsburgh would likely have to make him their first-round draft choice to secure him. Golden would bring more of a route runner to the team and be able to play in all phases of the field like a more athletic Deontay Johnson, forming a formidable, youthful duo between him and George Pickens if he were to wear black and gold. Cabally, Justin Fields has all the power in talks with Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers QB Justin Fields spent 11 games as a healthy backup last season after starting 6 games. Actually, technically, he did miss a game or two due to injury, but you get the point. The point is that health is not the reason that he didn't start a game after week 6. And yet despite this inconvenient fact, the prevailing belief is that the Steelers prefer Justin Fields over Russell Wilson. It helped his case immensely that the Steelers fell into a 5-game skid to end the season, granted. Essentially, they didn't give Fields the opportunity to play long enough to really screw up. Justin Fields still has that what-if mystique about him, which Mark Kaboly believes will serve him well in negotiations with the Steelers, and with anybody else. Indeed, he argued that if he were Fields' agent, he would advise him not to sign anything now. At least, not unless it's a contract that is well above market. Why not wait? Worst-case scenario for Justin Fields, he hits the market and probably goes somewhere else for a pretty decent amount of money, he said on 93.7 The Fan of the Steelers pending free agent quarterback. "It's all setting up towards Justin Fields, has all the power. Pretty much anything he wants to do, he can do right now, because of the lack of quarterback talent in the draft and in free agency." Publicly, the Steelers have been very clear that their preference is to re-sign Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. Even the players on the roster, such as Cameron Hayward, prefer to stick with the guys they know. For obvious reasons, they also want to get something done before the start of free agency. That is right around the corner now, so if they don't have a signed contract, they expose themselves. And it's fair to suggest that if the Steelers preferred Russell Wilson over Justin Fields, it is more likely that would have already taken place. If indeed, Fields is the leader in the Steelers clubhouse, the timeline could elongate. As a 26-year-old looking for an unblemished opportunity to start, and to maximize his earnings, he has no compelling reason to sign now. That is, of course, unless he thinks he doesn't have a market outside of Pittsburgh. But believe it or not, teams and players' agents engage in tampering. Unless you're like Ian Rappaport and think Tom Brady just randomly meets Matthew Stafford on the slopes and hammers out the hypothetical details of a trade, which itself is tampering whether the encounter was incidental or not, but I digress. My point is, Justin Fields already has some idea of what non-Steelers teams might offer. And the thing is, he doesn't even have to tamper, because that information is out there. Reporters who cover the league talk to people from teams and ask them questions. They know that there are teams open to competing with the Steelers to sign Justin Fields. The only question is how hard they're willing to compete, and what they offer that the Steelers don't. This is late-round quarterback Jim the Pittsburgh Steelers could be eyeing. The Pittsburgh Steelers will draft a quarterback at some point in the 2025 NFL Draft. In all likelihood, that will come during the 3rd or 4th rounds. However, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Steelers insider Jerry Dulac raised another player as a possibility in the later rounds. That would be North Dakota State's Cam Miller. Miller was at the Shrine Bowl and showed he could hang with the rest of the quarterbacks there. That is someone that Dulac could see the Steelers liking. I don't think there will be a late-round QB taken, and if there is, maybe this kid from North Dakota State, Cam Miller. Otherwise, the possibilities could be in the 3rd or 4th round, but maybe only if one of the guys they like drops that far, Dulac said. Miller played in 67 games in Fargo over his career, racking up 9,721 passing yards and over 2,000 rushing yards. That mobility will serve him well at the NFL level and is one of those traits that will intrigue the Steelers right out of the gate. Pittsburgh has looked at a lot of the quarterbacks in the 2025 NFL Draft, but they seem to be leveling around that middle-round area or finding a late-round player like Miller they like. And you, fan? What do you think about the situation of Cam Miller? Write to us in the comments.